Thank you, Sister Abby. I think you took my 2 minutes. You know, my mom would be incredibly proud if she was here. I think most of my classmates are just really amazed I'm not working at McDonald's right now. My deepest appreciation to the Hall of Fame induction committee. Like many of my fellow inductees this evening, I was incredibly surprised when Amy called. I want to just really congratulate, and I'm really incredibly overwhelmed, and especially after listening to Natalie, because, you know, I started off in the barn, and I had some comments here, but, you know, to have the opportunity to come back to Dominican, and I walked over to Conlon Gym today, and you know, I'm just kind of in awe because I was in the barn, which I didn't know even had a name besides the barn, which I guess was Hannafin Hall at some point. But to know that 50 years later and walking in there and seeing banners and to see the quality of athletes that have come through the halls and to know the incredible students that have graduated from this institution who not only were incredible students and athletes, but who've gone on to change the world. And I think that's really the incredible legacy of Dominican. But more importantly, I really could not have done this without, and if we could kind of show that picture of some scrappy other students here who I just kind of needed them to be able to do this because first off, you can tell by my size that I'm not someone, if you stood next to Natalie, wherever she is, that I would have been a great guard for her. But I had a great other group of women who were looking for something else, and we found it in the barn. And that meant getting up really early and bouncing the ball there into a thud. But it was people like Shelley Stefanko and Mary Kell and Maureen McDonough, who was deaf, who managed to still be on this team long before I think people even realized that they also wanted a place. And it was a safe place for all of us. And Patty Dice and Chris Rodriguez and just a few others. But it was a place where I learned to do a fast break as fast as you could and come to a dead stop because the wall was the outbounds. And our best and special fan was Sister Samuel Conlon and Sister Thomas Aquinas. And Sister Conlon finally said, we have to do better because I cannot stand those blue hand-stitched uniforms and you're embarrassing us. And if you want to see an example of one, it's out there because Shelley Stefanko actually kept hers after 50 plus years, and I can't believe we were that tiny back then. But who knew that 52 plus years later, there would be all these incredible banners and championships and a trip to the NCAA. And that team gave us a place. Because I didn't quite fit here. I wasn't the smartest student. I didn't look like a lot of the people that came to Dominican back then. I struggled with both studies and my finances. But this team, the little raggedy team that we were, gave me strength, it gave me structure, it gave me discipline, but more importantly, it taught me resilience. There was purpose, and it gave me pride, even when we lost. So thank you for recognizing where it all began. But I'm going to do a little shameless plug because we need to keep this going. So I want you just to imagine if every single person over the last 50 years who played basketball, every woman gave $84 a month. Imagine what that would do for the basketball program for women. Imagine if every woman who played volleyball on the courts here gave $84 a month. Just put it on a credit card and just never ever thought about it again. Imagine what that would do for the athletic programs here. The best way to honor every one of the inductees here this evening is to support the athletes and the athletic department. So that's my shameless plug, because that's what we're really doing. So again, I'm deeply honored to accept this recognition on behalf of all the women who started in that DC blue. Thank you, thank you, thank you.